Hey y'all, Angela Cook here with Southern and Spicy. Today I'm cooking up a mess of greens. Collard greens are my favorite, so I'm going to show y'all how I do it, okay? I'm cooking up 3 bunches of greens, and I've already got 2 of them cut up, and I was just going to show y'all how you can cut those up before you clean them. You can just hold the stalk, and you can tear it off the stalk like this, which is what I do most of the time. Or you can, if it's folded over like this, make sure you don't cut your finger off, just run it down that stalk, and you clean it off pretty doggone good. So we're going to cut up this last bunch, and then we're going to clean them really good. And I'm not going to show y'all how to clean them. All you have to do is, after you get them chopped up, put them in a bowl with cold water, rinse, rinse, rinse. You can always sprinkle a little bit of salt in there and some baking soda to get all that grit off, because even though you get them in the grocery store, if you don't have a garden, then you will see that they have a lot of grit on them. So I'm going to go ahead and tear this one off. Then move my onion here. I've already got my onion chopped up. I'm kind of rolling these up a little bit. Move my bacon. I'm going to put this bacon over here. Then just cut it up. Watch your fingers. And some people are okay with it being, let me get that, just really long and stringy, which that's not a bad length. But I'm going to give it one more cut the opposite direction. And now I'm going to put it in my bowl, which, whoops. See, you can see I have a big bowl that I got to clean. Now I've rinsed them once, but I'm going to put a little bit of baking soda on them. So, if you don't know, collard greens are bitter, and if we mix all this in here, I'm going to pour some more cold water on it, let it sit for about 10 minutes. It will take some of that bitterness in the collard greens out. So let me run some cold water on it, let it sit, and I'll be right back. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes, and I rinsed them really good till the water was clear. And if you're wondering how I got all that water drained out there, I used this little cake drying thing, and I tilted it over and drained all the water out. So now I'm going to, look how beautiful, fresh and bright green looking. They're ready. They are ready. Now, the next thing I did was I chopped up about half a medium onion, and I've got everything prepared for you already. And then I freshly minced about 4 to 5 garlic cloves. We love garlic in everything. Alrighty, so for every bunch of collard greens, you need about at least 2 to 3 slices of bacon. Some people just go ahead and fry their bacon whole in there. Well, I'm going to keep my bacon in the collard greens, y'all. So I go ahead and I cut it up in little tiny pieces, and that way it just stays in the pot. And we are going to use that bacon grease to give those collards some good southern flavor. Yeah. So there's all my bacon. Put that in my bowl. Now we are ready to move to the stove. Alrighty, so we're over here. I've got my big pot ready, and the heat has been on. So I'm going to go ahead and fry my bacon. Alright, you can see it is melting the grease, the fat off. And if you get it and it collects on your pot, don't worry about it, because that is goodness. and we're going to scrape it all off. So we're going to just let this cook a little bit. Okay, it's cooking up really good. You can see the stickiness on the bottom of the pot. Don't worry about that. When we deglaze it, it's going to come off and all that goodness is going to be absorbed in our collard green dish. Now I'm going to add our onion. Our bacon is almost done, so I want to go ahead and get that onion in there. Ooh, woo. Saute it. I love me some caramelized onion. Oh my gosh. You add bacon to it. Bacon just makes life better, y'all. Alrighty, we've got our onions. They are sauteing, and you can see our bacon's still cooking, and our onions are getting slightly caramelized. Now we're going to add our garlic. You don't want to add that at the beginning because garlic burns really fast. So we're going to add our garlic in there. Saute that a bit. Woohoo! I can't wait. Looking good already. Okay, we are ready to add our collard greens. So I'm just going to add half of it. And as I stir, and it gets absorbed in the oil, you're going to see it cook down a little bit. Once this cooks down, we will add some more of our collard greens. Look at that. Oh, it's such a beautiful color. See how it cleaned the bottom of the pot? I know what you're thinking. You must be thinking, I must be inviting a whole bunch of people over. No! This is for me and Big Bruce. We love us some collard greens. This is comfort food to us. And when my baby gets home and he smells how good this house smells, you know what? I'm going to get some hugs and kisses and some loving. Add some more collard greens. We're just going to add the rest of them. Keep cooking it down, keep cooking it down. All right, as you can see, we've got our collard greens cooked down. Add just a tiny bit of salt. Red pepper flakes. You want to give it a kick? This will do it. It's not going to be too hot. It's not going to be too hot. Beautiful green. Add a little pepper. Oh yeah. Put me some pepper in here. All right, now what we're going to do is we are going to cover these with chicken broth. That's why I don't salt it as much at first, because this already has sodium in it. So I'm going to put just enough in here to cover our collard greens. Ooh. I think it needs a little bit more broth because we're going to let these simmer for an hour. And if you can let them simmer for longer, the longer they cook, slow. If you can let these simmer for an hour or more, low and slow, they are going to be even more flavorful. Let me get some more broth. We have covered our collard greens, and we are going to let them simmer for 45 minutes. Come back and give it a taste and see if I need to season it some more and add more broth. All right, it's my favorite part of the show, the taste test. Let's get a good bowl of these. Woo! Collard greens. Oh my goodness, my goodness. Y'all, this is comfort food in a bowl. These have been simmering now for a few hours. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, there's nothing like good old homemade collard greens. Got a little kick. Probably from that red pepper flakes I put in there. But made just the way I like them. Y'all want to be a blessing to somebody? Make them some collard greens. You'll make them feel really special. All right, now I got to go taste my hamburger steaks. Y'all have a blessed day.